Welcome students. Today we are starting our fifth chapter, that is secondary economic activities. The previous chapter was primary economic activities, in which we have learned that the activities which are related to nature, the activities in which man is physically come into contact with the nature to fulfill his basic needs: food, clothing and shelter. In these primary activities, we have discussed about agriculture, fishing, lumbering, mining, collection of goods from the forest, animal rearing, and so on. Now, we are discussing secondary economic activities. From primary activities, the resources which we are getting, we are making a process on it, and we are making the products which are more useful for man. This process we are doing at a location which we call a factory. And these products, when we are processing, we are utilizing machineries. These products we are processing and selling into the market. This processing is a manufacturing, and this manufacturing is also called industries. Secondary activities are also includes processing and construction of infrastructure facilities which man requires, like transportation, water supply, electricity, and so on. So, production which we are doing in the industries, in which the products from primary activities we are making a process on it. Now, if we want to start industry, everyone has a dream. Some wants to work for others, some want to start their own work, some are going on a business, but some, those who want to start their own industry, while starting industry, they have to think about some factors. Because industries is not such an activity that you can start anywhere. Before starting it, very first you have to decide what product you are going to take in the industry. And on the basis of that product which you decided to make, various factors you have to consider. All those factors are very important. Some are priority basis important, but some are secondarily important, but each factor is important. Now, all those factors, they are divided into some categories. In that, the first category is physical factors. Now, physical factor means the factors which are natural factors. They are in nature, and those we are directly utilizing in the process or while we are doing the process. So the physically important factors, they are first climate, second is availability of raw material, the third natural factor, that is water, and the important one, power supply. The next one is labor, and the another one is transportation. The next one, that is important one, that is location, or we can say the land availability. So these are the factors which are naturally available, and they all are physically we can see and utilize for the manufacturing. So physical factors are very important in the location of industries. The second category of the factor, that is economic factors. Economic factors, that is very important for the selling and the economic money related factors. So in which we have to think about proximity to market, and the second one, the very important economic factor, that is capital. Capital, that is money which is required for the construction, payments, for the transportation, for the bills, everything. So capital is one of the major economic factor which we have to think about when we are deciding the location of industries. The next category factor, that is political factor. Political factors are equally important, because when we want to start industry, it is not that you can start the industry anywhere. That time you need a permission. You have to think the process for the starting, the rules and regulations by the government. And so the first factor in this category, that is government policies. The next is setting of SEZ. SEZ means Special Economic Zone. In the cities, for industries, in every region, either it is a rural or urban, the area for the industries is reserved. And for that, when we are starting the industry, we have to see that is there any area which is given for the industrial location. Now, After this physical, economic and political factors, some other factors are also equally important which we have to consider while seeing the location of industries. In that, agglomeration of industries, because every industry is depend on some other industries, because not all the products from manufacturing till the product sent to the market, all the products are not made in one industry. So every industry is depend on other industry, and that is why other industries which are related to that industry, they are settled nearby the areas or not, that we have to consider. The next is split industries. This is also important because, as I said, that we have to see the other industries also. Now, not all the products, as I said, they are made in one industry. So sometimes the industries are taking different products from different countries, and then they are assembling the product in some different location. So at that time, it is very important that we need to consider that the products which we need, either they are in nearby areas or not. Then we have to think about the transportation cost, which is important while seeing the split industries. So the factors which we have discussed now, physical factors, economic factors, political factors and other factors, we have to think it very much. So industries, to start the industries is not a simple action, simple economic activity, but we have to think a lot. So if you want to start industries, all these factors, first you have to study, you have to think over it, you have to study the area, and then you can decide the location of your industry. So I'm sure that if you start industry, think about all these factors. All the best. Thank you.